as I'm sure you probably don't either.
Yeah, I have to force myself to.
Yeah.
And occasionally I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Other times I'm mortified.
Same.
What was the last show or event that you played before the lockdown?
Well, the last thing that I did right before the lockdown was I was in Mississippi, actually, because I wrote, scored, mixed this audio drama that was set in Mississippi. And so I got a chance to go and speak at the Mississippi Museum of Art. They did a little feature on it. And
where is that exactly?
It's in Jackson.
In Jackson, okay.
Yeah. And it was crazy because that literally was the last thing I did before the lockdown. I got home and was starting to hear, you know, even in the last few days of the trip, that there was this thing going on in China, and, you know, days afterward.
It locked down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then the show just got rebroadcast. So for me, it's like the year has been framed by this thing that I'm really happy about. Just gets framed as disaster.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Wow. What was the biggest thing that you had to cancel or reassign or?
Yeah. I've been working on a play that was scheduled to be produced. Probably, I guess it would have happened in the spring. So that got canceled, and then we started making plans to film it, and that's still the current plan because this is going on so long that we just decided, this is going to be a film. Let's embrace that and go with it.
The river's lined with willow, in the wind they bend. The sky is pulling outward, the heron's wing descends. Off on the horizon, a highway and a town, a field all split with fences, like the men that rule the ground. Black cotton on the stem. October, frozen men. They'll bring you back again. Oh, starting over. The footpath is an old one. It knows the passing steps, the labors of the innocent, the labors of the rest. Its direction is unchanging, its ending is the same. This water that we've come to, and this water that remains, black cotton on the stem. October, frozen men. They'll bring you back again. Oh, starting over. Oh, starting over.
You know, have your listening and / media consumption habits changed much since everything went pear-shaped? Sorry.
The first few months, I feel like it was TV time. You know, I don't watch much. You know, I don't watch many shows, and I just caught up on everything. And then I got bored.
Yeah.
And I'd say the most constructive thing that it changed was I got to go back and listen to all the songs that I've recorded over the years, and I never listened back. So, I'd say in this case, because of the lockdown, it just allowed me to have a little bit of distance. And so I was able to listen to things without having either of those normal extreme reactions. I just like listened to it in more of a Zen way and kind of just tried to learn from it.
Yeah. That seems like a design for living. Actually, there.
Well, I think it only could have happened right now.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Have you, recorded anything, or do you have anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, I did use pandemic time to finish a record, so I do have a new album that's going to come out in April. I might push it back, but I'm kind of going to keep an eye on how things are developing.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to wait too much longer.
Yeah.
I feel like, it's out of the oven. Don't want to serve it cold.
Exactly. Well, there you go. Exactly.
She fills the room with a cold perfume, a station full of static. He turns the dial to a new pile of words about the places she deserves. Grips the can with a handful of time, listens to her plans. New York City, windows empty on the eastern side. Water around the rock and steel, flesh upon the bone. Not a thing that you can own, a temporary loan. He rides this car to the freight yard, girl, with a ribbon made of wires. Licks a pen, strips the ends, switches to a pencil, adds a line in the dark sunshine, a name he used to know. Blonde and shadowed, a burning meadow on the eastern side. Ba, 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 dum. Ba, da, 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 dum. Ba, da, da, da. Ba, 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 dum. Ba, da, 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 dum. The day is done, the petroleum sun is gone behind the wires. He breaks a string on this old hollow thing, shooting arrows through a tire. Sings a line from an old time song, the future is a lie. But the window's open, nothing's stolen on the eastern side. Water around the rock and steel, flesh upon the bone. Not a thing that you can own, a temporary loan. Water around the rock and steel, flesh upon the bone. Not a thing that you can own, a temporary loan.
Have you got anything, booked or lined up for 2021 other than a record release? Any other stuff?
Yeah, I have. I've been working on this film. I've been doing sound, music, score, sound design for this film that's going to come out in March. And it's going to premiere at South by Southwest, so I'm pretty excited about that, which means it's going to
Zoom.
be out online.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I don't know. It feels like something to that I'm like looking forward to and working on. It makes me feel
Cool.
like productive.
What's the title of the film?
The working title is called Re-Educated, and it's about the Muslim population in China who's being persecuted for their religious beliefs,
Sure.
basically. So they're in these camps, which are supposedly the largest internment camp since World War II. It's a horrific situation. So it's been quite an intense process of learning about this stuff and then working on this
And
film.
working on it, yeah.
And I hopefully it will lead to like greater awareness of the
Sure.
situation,
Yeah.
so that there's pressure on the Chinese government to
Well,
to end.
maybe with our change of administration, we'll put some pressure on them.
yeah.
We'll see. Remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Well, John, thanks so much for coming down and doing this. It's been great. It was great to have you here. It was great to listen to you. And
Yeah,
hopefully I will see you around campus. We won't be wearing these.
Sounds great, man. Thanks for having me.
Sure thing.
Love the series.
All right, man.
Right on.